Intuitively Taz, also known as Empress Charles Taz. Just feeling led to share this part of my life at this second. Okay, being led, this is what I'm told to share. This topic is talking about the surveillance of my life, okay? I'm going to say this since 2 years old, and even I'm going to go up a little bit. I'm going to start at the age of 5. Um, Imagine at the age of 5 up until I'm in my 40s now, being surveillanced, illegally surveillanced all those years for somebody else's desires of gain. Imagine, like, even in the schools I can recall, this your girl Intuitively Tez, also known as Empress Charles Tez. I can recall the teachers in 4K and how they used to just study me, and then at the same time have the nerve to be mean to me for no reason. I can recall being at the daycares and being mistreated and separated, put into even at the age of 5, put into a high chair and made sit there all day without cause. And the teachers, the daycare teachers just staring at me. I can recall by the age of 8 when I was beaten throughout the night and moving towards in the AM, no sleep. But I was used to that. If I was caught asleep, I would get hit with a broom, a thick broom at that. And if I was caught asleep, and that particular morning, it was like I was sent to mental health with cigarettes on my way there, beaten, being stated that if you don't play crazy, I'm gonna beat you until you play crazy, until you crazy. So I can recall, of course, the spirit of the Almighty, the universe, my spirit guides, the spiritans, the ancestors, angels, surrounding me always. And I can recall when I heard clearly, it's like, no, you be yourself from the spiritual realm. You don't play crazy for nobody. At that point, I became fierce, like no fear, rather, no fear whatsoever. And so about time, this guy actually, going through the testing, I can recall of him looking like Clerk, Superman Clerk. He brought me back out, and I mean the amazement on his face, honestly, while building those last set of blocks or putting together those last puzzle pieces. And so when he took me back out to the lady that was supposedly to be, the parent of me, he told her, he was like, no. He gave her a last name. He said, actually, she's very intelligent. I can recall the beat on the way back. Moving forward, I can recall being put into an incident had occurred where I was being bullied at school. And, they actually turned, just for me protecting myself, it turned to where they sent me off into a home. And even being in the same location, no one came to see me. I was being surveillanced. I had a friend that was supposedly considered as a witch. At the same time, me understanding my gifts of who I am. And so they put us both in the same room. And I don't know, at one point it was like her spirit, was it connected, like different from mine. So I kind of looked as far as her like being a dark witch and, me being what they considered a white witch. I don't go by those names. So, but, eventually I find myself leaving that home and running away with a female that was way older than me. And the change of life that it took at that moment, that's a story that I'll share at another time. Um, Now, again, this is your girl Intuitively Test, also known as Empress Charles Test, 444 on a timer as I speak this. Moving forward, I can recall um, the woman, the female didn't want me to come back home. So they just kept pushing me forward into other government places. Now, this next place was like a jail, and I didn't understand because I shouldn't have been there for youth. And again, the surveillances, the somewhat of the mistreatment, and I could tell that I was being surveillance, and for just for no reason. I shouldn't have even been there. Then from there, they moved me to now. I wasn't getting in any trouble or anything, you guys. Um, then I was moved to another group home, and then another group home, just in this system for no reason. So I assumed that if there were payments being made, by this time I'm a young teen, payments being made to certain places, what I'm saying, that I was ended up at to surveillance me. I can recall this your girl intuitively test, also known as Empress Charles says. I can recall later on, at one point of my life, after so much abuse, like when she did have to take me back into the home, um, more, abuse, and even, some sexually abuse. And but this I'm gonna speak on that in another term. But right now I'm speaking on, just staying focused on the surveillances, illegal surveillances for pay. Um, Moving forward, I can recall uh, from a teenager, they finally took me away from, well, not even a teen, I was a preteen actually, maybe around the age of 11-ish, 12. They finally took me away from the home after being found out that I was standing in the basement with the bags with water. Um, so I don't know, from that point, now from the teen on way up to, let's talk about now being grown, as being grown. I don't know, everywhere I have went, it's always been community surveillance, mistreatment, and regardless of my character, of who I am, my personality, of nothing but showing love, um, bringing in abundance, because that's who I am. No matter where I go, the abundance is there. Not as far as just like what the monies that, what I'm saying, these people are using to illegally surveillance and pay for me, with my, however illegal, like the inheritance, or however, this will, or whoever, whatever it is, So, group, being in a group that surveillances, chosen ones, or, um, yeah, so I just wanted to kind of like touch bases, like, again, and I've been put in unfair, illegal situations, even like been pushed from like illegal evictions, or just like, oh, you got to leave your home, into shelters to where they had illegal surveillances, where they started using spiritual weapons to they placed me in a room by myself, even like their ring the sounds. I can recall not too long ago, I was supposed to be like in a safe home program, and it was like they, oh my word, they they had the speaker in there that had the spiritual, um, what's that, waves, what I'm saying, to, and at the same time to, surveillance me. I went through that a few times with a few of the shelters. I honestly shouldn't have been there, but yeah, okay, I'm there. And again, nothing but showing love, being progressive, as far as like just, what I'm saying, being on point, whatever I needed to do, helping others, mentoring other women, mentoring other children, and at the same time being mistreated by such um, greed of behavior and hate and envy and jealousy, and things in that area. This your girl intuitively Tess, also known as Empress Charles Tess. To bring it up to par now, where I'm currently at, knowing being gang stalking, gaslighting, from no matter where the city was, the county or whatever, for no reason, but at the same time, stealing, people wanting to have access to my energy, and just all kind of just wickedness, communities that allow themselves to be paid for illegal surveillances to mistreat me in such a way, but at the same time, demise is for it's like off my energy and of who I am. And, so the whole thing, it has been, something. Again, even where I'm at now, I'm very aware of the surveillances. The last place I just had, just a whole bunch of illegal situations that your girl intuitively says, also known as Empress Charles says, to the point to where they couldn't even have the eviction papers lined up correctly amongst each other. They drew back purposely resources on these different counties I've been to, and at the same time affecting with my jobs, my vehicles if I'm doing my own business, so I wouldn't have the income to come in. Just all kinds of stuff, honestly. Involving dark workers of iniquities. This your girl intuitively Ted's also known as Empress Charles says, dealing with a lot of witchcraft, dark people doing dark things and poisonings and toilet magic and water magic and folly, all kinds of stuff. But Lord and behold, I'm powerful than it all. Than it all. Being the positive person that I am, realizing who I am and how powerful that I am and who I'm connected to as far as the universe, the spirit guides, my spirit team, my purpose, my mission here on this earth is to overcome hate, evil, darkness, all kinds of wickedness, wicked doers, thieves, liars, criminals, crooks, discrimination on job, all kind of things, even fraud. A lot of fraud I've dealt with, identity theft, people stealing my information, pretending that they're me, for money, for fame, for power, for and at the same time, me maintaining to be positive in who I am, trying to hold their knee on my neck, on my back. I've been put into prisons. I've been put into jails illegally. No reason for me to be there. Only for them to try to kill me. I remember at one point when I had to go, I shouldn't have been there, and I was with a child. I shouldn't have been there. But in the midst of these officials and whoever, all that was involved, I can recall those moments, but that's for another story, time of story. But just to say that, and even the ones that has came through this, because I'm sure most of the other chosen, other 144, whatever they want to call, what I'm saying, we earth angel, whatever, earth angels, of who we are. But what's crazy is, I feel like I need to share this. I even been to where cities where, say like if they have roads built, I'm very familiar. Suddenly roads get built. Certainly highways that didn't have the money, they be fixed. Certainly when apartment complexes need sidewalks done, they are fixed. So it's like everywhere I go now, and it's what's crazy because these people that so-called family or whoever, what I'm saying, having these people to surveillance me, these counties, these cities, these communities, to show hate crime for no reason. And what's sad, because my thing is, like, when you don't show nothing but love, and in spite of, what I'm saying, and they can't say that you were nothing else besides that. They can't say that that you were actually a minister society. They can't say, the only thing they can say, you know what, she showed us nothing but love. She showed us nothing but respect. She showed us nothing but help. She was a light in the communities, and see what these people would do with the money. They would try to beat, like, as soon as, just constantly gain stalking, phones, all kind of stuff. But what they try to do is beat me to the point that me being naturally who I am, so they know that I'm already, because the whole thing has been kind of like they considered it being set up, like everything just in, what I'm saying, like from one city to this one, from this people group, this just, yo. This your girl intuitively Taz, also known as Empress Charles Taz. But it's a shame, and it's something how greedy, naive, how people can be behind power, behind money, behind status, behind all kinds, you know what I'm saying? People have the audacity to go against what's good and then steal from you at the same time. And then on top of that, send hitmen. Their goal was to try to poison you, take you out of so form of fashion. But all along, they had to realize, I'm not to be taken out. I'm not to be taken advantage of. The whole time, I'm the power. I'm the key. I'm the answer. I'm the peace. I'm the joy. I'm the one. What they consider that got away. I'm free. I passed. I did the shadow work. I overcame the generation. I broke the curses off the bloodline. That's my mission. The source is proud of me. My spirit guides are proud of me. The ancestors are proud of me. The angels are proud of me. I have some family members that are proud of me. I'm ending this by saying, well, at this second, the surveillance didn't work. And woe unto those that has been involved. Woe unto those that took such actions, brutal actions, without no cause, without no purpose, without a meaning, only to say of greed, power, selflessness. So there's now judgment. There's now karma. There's now consequences. There's now exposed exploitations. There's now mask falling off. People that done these things without consent. People that committed fraud against me. Thievery of my properties. That's another story. The surveillance has come to bring judgment. This is your girl Intuitively Taz, also known as Empress Charles Taz. And this is some of my story of the surveillance. Today's date, 111 as I speak. Today's date is 12/24/25. This is your girl Intuitively Taz. Later.